All right, we got the Lady Rough Riders warming up in the last 20 seconds here. We'll be playing against the Anaheim Lady Ducks. I believe we have every single Rough Rider except one, so we're only down one rostered player for this morning game.
She followed us down to the ice rink yesterday.
What? I asked before she was free for this. I don't know.
Really? Must be
All right, here we go. Looks like we have Maeve and Polly on our two forward wings. Grayson's doing the face-off. Harper and Harper on D. 15-minute periods. Good face-off by Grayson. One of the Ducks went in there and got it. Harper to Harper on D. Just got out of the zone. That's an offside call against the Ducks in the first 10 seconds. We'll have a face-off here right in front of the Rough Riders blue. Anaheim wins that face-off. We got Maeve chasing down the puck deep into the zone. Puck just went out. Back in right in front of the Ducks bench. We'll have a offside call on the Rough Riders, and now a face-off in front of the Ducks blue. Looks like we're changing out our front end to Jesse, Paige, and Josie. Harper and Harper are still on D. Good lockup there between Jesse and their center. They got it back to the Ducks. Ducks brought it back into their zone. Jesse's putting some pressure on. Josie gets up to Harper. Harper gets a shot toward goal. It goes a little wide. Paige picks it up, gets back to Harper O. Harper O wraps it around. Jesse's chasing it. Paige is picking up on that far wall. Back and forth between Paige and the Duck. Josie helps out, gets back to Harper on the blue. Shot toward goal. Glances, goes a little wide, but Jessie was able to pick it up down this inside corner. Jesse's bringing it in. She centers it. Josie gets a shot off. Great shot by Josie. Right outside the crease there. Ducks go down right in front of their bench. Josie gets it back into the zone. Gets back out. Addie Lemon kicks it back into the zone. It's coming over on this inside wall. She's putting pressure on as Rough Riders get... Oh, we got a Duck bringing it all the way in. I lied. They didn't bring it in. They got an icing call against them. We'll have a face-off deep in the Ducks zone on this inside circle. We're down to 13:36 on this clock in the first period. Looks like we have Georgia and Maddie Banish on D. We have Ads, Lemon, and Ori for our front line. Well, back and forth between Lemon and their others in the Ducks center. We're holding possession. Lemon gets pushed out of the way. Georgia saves that blue line, but it gets up and out again. Maddie Banish is right there at the right place. She gets all the way down. No icing call against the Rough Riders. Ori picked up, takes a centering pass, gets to Ads. Ads takes a shot off the goalie's stick. Georgia tries to get that puck down into the center. There's nobody there. She picks it up she takes a shot, goes about a foot wide. Ori picks it up over in that far wall. She puts a centering pass / shot. Well, we've got a tripping call against Colley. She went on and she lost an edge and took out the player in front of her. She was trying to get a back check. So we'll be on penalty kill now at 12:45. We'll be having a tripping call against Colley. We'll have a face-off penalty kill down in our zone. Olive's in the net. Jesse's doing our face-off. She's out there with Harper, Josie, and Andrea for this penalty kill. Jesse to Harper to Josie. Josie brings it out right down below us. Josie's pressing into their zone, just gets out. We're picking up the puck back in our zone. Harper S has got one on her. It's up and out of the zone. Ducks are so offside, it's obvious. So they're good time to waste their time on the clock.
Josie, line up inside.
All right, puck Jesse back to Harper S. Puck gets chipped out by Josie. Ducks try and reset and come over on this inside. There's a tip into our zone. Jesse picks it up, gets back to the far in corner. Harper S picks it up. Ducks try to center it, but Andrea was there to keep it away from Olive. Harper S got her stick hung up on one of the players. She tried to kick it, almost went down. All right, puck is loose. We're on a penalty kill. Josie's taken across the zone. 11:46 minute left in this penalty kill. Josie's down in the deep corner in the Duck zone. Gets back to Andrea, glances off one of the Ducks players. Looks like Lemon's on the ice. She brings it in deep along this inside wall. She's got one on her. She's faster than the Ducks, so she's still in possession. She passes it back to Harper. Harper rips a shot off the goalie's shoulder. Oh, Paige was right there for the rebound, and she got popped off her skates as she was trying to get that trash into that net. That was a nice setup from Lemon to Harper, and Paige being where she needed to be. We have Georgia and Harper O on D back here as we get a face-off. Lemon's doing it. We still have 33 seconds in this penalty kill, and we are on offense. Ducks win that face-off, but they bring it around the back. Paige picks it up. It wraps all the way around. Harper Rose picking it up at the blue line. She takes a shot toward goal. One of the D players on Ducks stopped it before it got too far. It's more back and forth. One Duck tried to bring it in. Puck was loose. Harper O kicked it up and over. Paige is putting pressure on. George is putting, we got a duck in. Off of, good block by Harper O as they try and get a shot off. Harper O wraps it around the outside wall. Some back and forth there. Gets up and over the Duck. Paige picks it up. Gets it up to Colley. Colley's off her penalty bench. She immediately drove it into the zone. Paige is in deep. puck, there was some drama down there with Paige and another player. It looked like a player held Paige and brought her down. They just got a shot off. Olive was able to block it. The puck is all the way out. We're back 5-on-5. Puck's all the way into our zone. Harper S is picking up. She's got 2 on her back. She wraps it up and out. Gets on just as Maeve gets in. Looks like we found their player number 12 on the Ducks that was going to try and bring it in solo, but our D was able to pinch her off. Georgia gets all the way down. She buries it in deep back behind the goal line on the Ducks. Josie is right there to stop the D. Back to Harper S. Harper S gets a shot on goal and into the waiting glove of the goalie. Fantastic intensity out here for our first game. Jesse's doing the little yipe from Maddie Benishes. She lost an edge. Good face-off win by Jesse. Jesse gets back to Harper. Harper tries to rip a shot once, twice, right off the goalie's stick. Puck still in play. Josie keeps it in. They put it right back to Harper. Harper takes a one-timer shot off the goalie's leg pad. Josie picks up the trash. Back to Harper S again. She rips another shot. This time it goes high. Their goalie had to jump in the air. Back to Ori. Ori's at the top of the point. She rips a shot off. Oh, it goes a little wide. We're down to 8:55 in this first period. Shots on goal are just cranking up on the board if we're tracking such shots on goal. Another shot on goal from Harper S from that blue line. Harper saves that blue line again. They just keep putting it back to Harper. I think they're talking about it now. Look, that was a long delay as the Ducks all just stared at the puck. Benish picks it up in our zone. She passes it up to Ads. Ads has quite a few players on her. Georgia gets it. Sorry as I pan the camera crazy. Ducks pick it up back at their goal line. Ads is on the backside. Paige gets on. She gets possession, gets it back to Harper S. Harper S takes another shot, goes just a little wide. But we have the rebound on it, just got out, but Lemon picked it up. She gets over to Harper. Harper S. Harper S at our zone, gets in and out, back out. Gets up to Ads, or I'm sorry, Lemon. Lemon puts it in deep from the red line back to the goal line. Andrea holding on the side. Puck just gets out. Harper O's picking it up in our zone. Icing call against the Anaheim Ducks. We'll have a face-off here in this near circle. Looks like we have Harper O and Andrea on D. Grayson, Maeve, and Collie on the front. Grayson's doing our face-off here. Grayson wins it just by blocking out the other center player. Harper O to Andrea. Andrea takes a shot. Grayson was there to pick it up. It's a little wide, goes over in that far corner. Ducks pick it up. Harper O saves that blue line once, but it bounces off a player. Andrea's backing her up. Back to Harper O. Harper O wraps it up. Ducks kept an icing call happening for us, against us, I should say. Colley's putting pressure on deep in the zone. Gets all the way out. Andrea picks it up right down below us. It gets kicked all the way into our zone. Harper O picks it up behind Olive. Anaheim gets out 3 of their players off the bench. It's over to Maeve. Maeve passes it forward. Colley's got some good speed this morning. She puts it in deep behind the net on the Ducks side. It's back to Maddie Benish. She saves that blue line. She chips it forward. Maeve tries to pick it up, but there's just too many Ducks there. It's more back and forth. Looks like Jesse's in the chase now. She blocks a pass. Puck's back and forth. I could hear a parent saying too many players on the ice. We're down to 6:18, 6:17 now as the Ducks try and get it out as we put pressure on. Maddie Bennett stops it at the center red line. She gets it into the zone, gets clipped off, but she's still pushing it on. She gets the centering pass. Oh, it's beautiful. It's right there. Oh, Paige tried to chip it up and over the goalie, but it went up and over the goal. We have Josie down. I'm sorry, that's Georgia and Josie. That 57 and 75 and dyslexia don't go together for me here. We're still down in the zone. Our possession time is fantastic today. Paige takes a shot here, the ding as it goes off the top post. Good centering pass by Josie to Jessie, but just gets past her. Maddie Benish saves that blue line, keeps it in play. Paige back to Jessie. Jessie up to Josie, and there is a D player right there. Maddie Benish keeps it in play, puts it in deep. Jessie gets there first. I think their D is just tired. Josie, tries to tip it up and in over to Paige. Puck was loose. And we will have another face-off deep in their zone. Their goalie covered it up. 5:08 left in this first period. We've got to have a dozen shots on goal at this point to their maybe one. Lemon's doing our face-off. Ori's on this near wall, Ad's on that far wall, tied up at the drop point. Looks like we have Andrea and Harper S on D. We got a fast player coming down. Harper S is doing a cutoff. There's a centering pass once, twice. Shots on goal. Andrea does a great back check, knocks down the Ducks player. Puck is all the way across the ice. Ori is there. No icing call. She does a centering pass, but nobody else was down there quite that fast. They put it all the way down the ice. That's an icing call against the Ducks. Well, that was a hot minute. We're going to have another face-off deep in that zone. I think all the skaters at this point have skated back and forth 3 times in that minute. Lemon's doing our face-off. Ori's on the near. Adds right in front of the net. Harper and Andrea back here on D. The puck is loose. Ducks are out in front. Harper's on the back, but it's going to be Olive all day. Olive was able to get a blocking leg pad. That was great block by Olive, our goalie. Ducks reset back behind their goal line. That is going to be a no tripping call against Colley as she swiped these skates out from that Duck player. All right, puck is out and across the zone. Grayson's down in the zone. Let's go. Grayson just gets out as Harper O brings it in. She takes a shot, and it's a goal, Harper O! From the outside circle into the inside corner of the goal. It looked like she was just going for a stroll, and their goalie was not ready for that shot. Goal number 1, Harper O. 3:43 in this first period. I'm going to zoom out so I don't have to pan so much and make everybody motion sick. There we go. We're going to have a face-off. Looks like Grayson, Maeve, and Colley on the front. Harper O and Georgia on D. Shots on goal paid off for us in this first period. Puck's right down below us. Ducks pick it up. Maeve gets it up and out. Ducks pick it up off Colley's skate. Colley gets taken out. She lands on top of the Duck. Puck is all the way down the ice. Icing call against the Rough Riders at 3:24. Looks like we're changing it on our front line. We have Jessie, Paige, and Josie. Maddie Benish and Andrea there back in our D. Good face-off win by Jessie. Gets over to Paige. Paige gets it back to Maddie Benish. Goes off the stick. Gets over to Josie. Josie's taken out of the zone. She's putting on that speed. Paige is there backing her up on the far side. Paige puts it. Oh, Josie takes the shot. I thought it was going to be a centering pass, but she took the shot. I think their goalie thought there was going to be a shot too. Paige is right down in the blue, backed up by Jesse. Everyone's just chipping at that puck as their goalie was trying to cover it up. Their goalie was able to cover up at 2:59. Jesse wins that faceoff, gets over to Paige. Paige picks it up, centers it right to Josie, goes right between her legs, but Ducks were able to get it up and over to one of their forwards. Andrea gets to it first, gets up and out. That is an offside call against the Ducks. Faceoff right down in front of us. Looks like we have Lemon on our face-off ads and Ori. Harper S and Georgia on D. Good lockup. Georgia picks it up as it gets back from Lemon. She's taken on the outside. She passes forward to Ori. Ori chips it into the zone, gets back to their D. Georgia keeps it in the zone. One of their forwards was able to slowly get it out. Lemon picks it up right in front of our bench. She does the centering pass, but it gets to a Duck. The Duck got confused. Georgia's doing some back and forth between their D and our D. It's back to that one player, number 12, who is dangling. Lemon does the stick lift. Georgia picks it up. Puck is out and across, gets back to their D. Their D does a centering pass, but it gets past. Harper S picks it up, bounces off the outside wall. Lemon puts it up and out. It's across the center red line. Their D picked it up. They do a cross the ice pass to that same number 12. She's doing some dangling. She tries to get a shot off, but Georgia is able to get a stick right in front of her shot. Puck's loose all the way over in that far corner. May picks it up. She relays it. Colley's skating hard. She's in the zone. She's at the top of the inside or the outside circle. Grayson picks up the trash. Oh, and gets a shot off on goal. Bounces off their goalie. Grayson goes down. Gets to Maeve. Maeve takes a shot. Oh. And their goalie was still looking for the puck because it dropped down between her legs on top of the pads. We're down to 120. It's a fantastic first period when we get into double digits on our shots on goal. Jesse, Paige, Josie on our front line, Harper O and Andrea on our D. Jesse wins. It gets back to Harper O. Harper O takes a shot. It goes high into the right of the net, but that was a shot toward goal. We'll take it. Josie picks it up. She backhands it to Paige. Paige loses an edge. She did the right thing and went right into that wall. Harper O takes a centering pass to Jesse. Jesse gets tied up on a D player as she's right at the top of the point. Or low in the point, I should say. Josie back to Andrea. Their Ducks put it across the ice. Harper O picked it up, went to Josie. Josie puts it into the zone. Ducks are trying to skate it out. Jesse gets helped by Paige, and they try and keep it in. Some back and forth. Paige puts it in deep. Some indecision by the Ducks, and we took the puck away from them. They did in turn. We've got an offside call on Rough Riders as we were on the wrong side of that blue line. It's all right, 22.3 seconds left in this first period. Lady Rough Riders lead the Anaheim Ducks by 1. Ducks maybe have 3 or 4 shots on actual goal against Rough Riders. Good face-off win by Lemon. Lemon gets it back and forth as Ads ties up the other players. Goes in deep to the Ducks. Ducks pick it up. Maddie Bench and Lemon save it from going out. 9 seconds on the clock. Ducks get it out past Maddie Bench, but she gets to the puck first. She's just got a stick on it, just ruining any dreams of that Duck player. And they're still battling during the buzzer. Lemon was sitting there laughing with the Ducks player as everyone was still tied up. All right, 1 minute on the clock for the pep talks from the coaches, and we'll get back and start the second period. All right. 1 minute's over in between periods. Refs are not in a hurry. So the girls are all getting a little bit extra time. I think the refs are talking about where they're going to go have breakfast this morning. Have to call out the refs. They're calling a good game. They're letting the girls play. Another 15 minutes in the second period. Looks like Olive's back in the net, switching sides. Looks like we're going to have Maddie Benish on D. Looks like Lemon adds. I think we're missing Ori. Yep, Ori's coming back out, and Georgia's going to be our other D player. Rough Riders cheering on the girls for this start of the second period. Good face-off win by Lemon. She gets it forward. One of the D's take it up. They put it in deep. Benish is there holding on to it. Puck is out and across, and it's rolling like a tire down the highway. So that is an icing call against Lady Rough Riders. Face off on this inside circle of the Rough Riders zone. Lemon gets it over to Ori. Ori tries to put it into the wall, but one of the forwards stops it. We're still in possession. Ori clips it up and out. It's going across like a tire again. No icing call. That was totally an icing call, but we'll go with us keeping possession in their zone. Georgia gets a shot toward goal. Puck just gets out. Maddie Bench picks it up right down below. She gets it to Ori. Ori gets it to Georgia right in front of the Anaheim's bench. Lemon brings it across to our bench. Their D picks it up. They do a long pass, shouldering by Benish as she was trying to get to the puck first. We pick up that puck. Anaheim gets some fresh skaters on. Georgia's taking it on the outside wall. She's across the red. She's in their zone. She takes a shot on goal. Puck goes up. Goes up and back into the back wall. Their D picks it up. They're trying to get it out as we put pressure before they can skate it out. Their coach is saying skate, skate, skate. He doesn't want them to do any passing because we are ruining any kind of passing that they're doing. Gets picked up with George again. She puts it across. She nails one of the Ducks players with it, so there's no icing. Colley's down there in the corner, just gets past her, backed up by Grayson. Puck just gets out, goes across. Harper S. stops it from going into her zone. She gets up to Maeve right down below us. It's a turnover right there at the red line, shot toward goal, and it's about 15 feet wide of our net. Harper O picks it up back behind the red line, goal line, I should say. It's up to Colley. Puck gets dead there for a second. Gets back to Harper S. Harper S. up to Maeve. It's past Maeve's end of her stick, but she picks it up. That should have been offside, but we will take it. Shot on goal by Maeve. They covered it up. We weren't like 20 feet offsides, but we were definitely a good 3 feet offsides there. It's all right. We got Harper and Harper on D. Jesse's doing that face-off. Jesse's almost doing the splits down there. She's so low. Got Josie on the inside and Paige on the outside. Good win by Jesse. Back to Harper O. Harper O takes a shot. Oh, and it was centered. That is going to be an icing call against the Ducks as they put it straight down the center. We'll have another face-off 11 seconds later. Good face-off win by Jesse. Back to Josie. Josie takes a shot, goes a foot wide, but it was pretty accurate as she got a shooting lane. Puck gets along the outside wall, gets past Harper S. Harper S. Harper to Harper O. Harper O gets up to Josie. Josie's right down below us as the puck gets loose. She keeps it in the zone. The D player, one of the Ducks players was playing from her knees, trying to get the puck from Josie. It doesn't work. Jesse back to Harper S. Oh, Harper S takes another shot, bounces off the goalie's chest pad. Josie's got it down deep in this corner. Centering pass. We were just on the wrong side of it. Puck gets past. Jesse's on it, though. Jesse's got that speed there. Puck goes up, smacked up off the sticks into the Ducks bench. Coaches were all flinching like they should. No one wants to get hit or kissed by a puck. Have a face-off there right in front of the Rough Riders blue on that far wall. Lemon's doing our face-off. Ori and Ads. Good win by Lemon over to Ori. Ori bumps it into the zone. Just gets out of the zone. Gets past us. Ads looks like she's picking up. She's over to Bennett. There's the number 12 player right on her. He takes a shot toward goal. It goes way wide. Puck's on this inside wall now. Centering pass as Lemon gets shoved off her skates from that number 12 player. Gets up to Ads, goes in and out of the zone. Andrea tries to get out, but gets pushed back in. We're down to about 11 minutes in the second period. That number 12 player seems like she's everywhere. Puck is loose up in the air. Benish knocked it down. We're playing a lot of D here as we try and get possession or long enough possession of this puck. Benish up to Ads, gets past Ads on the inside, shot toward goal. Puck goes dribbling off to the side. Andrea up to Ori. Ori's down this corner. Ori got it out. Their D picked it up right at the red line. Ads is putting some good pressure. They put it in deep into our zone. It's back to Andrea in this inside corner. She's got 2 Ducks on her, now 3 Ducks on her. We're changing out a couple players, it looks like. Maeve's on the ice now. Lemon just got taken off by a stick on her skates. Maddie wraps it all the way out, and it's out across the ice, across the red, into their zone. They're picking it up. Maeve's putting a little deep pressure on as we get some fresh skaters on the ice. That was a pretty long shift there as we were on D in our zone the majority of the time. Maddie Bench picks it up back behind our goal line. Ducks are putting a lot of pressure, keeping us from getting any kind of passes here. Their D tries to take a shot. Oh, it's centered. Oh, thank goodness they get a backhanded shot. Shot on goal again and again. This time Olive was able to cover it up. She was all the way back inside the net when she had to cover that one up as the puck kept getting rebounded. 9:26 in the second period. Ducks have found their feet, but probably their wings is a better thing to say. Grayson to Harper S on that good face-off. Puck is into the zone. Colley's chasing it down. Grayson's on the front side. Good handoff. Grayson bats it, centering pass. Looks like we have Georgia and Harper S on D. Grayson's got it tied up with Nave. Ducks get it loose. They are trying to get it out. Nave gets a bit of a stick on it once, twice. Colley backs her up at this red line. Grayson's right there to pick up a bad pass by the Ducks. I'm waiting for their coach to start saying, skate it. Puck's down into our zone. Harper S picks it up. She does a backhanded blind pass to Georgia. Georgia wraps it back around onto this inside edge. She's looking for an opening. She's skating it. She's across. She's in the zone. She's looking for a shot. She does a centering pass, but their D was able to catch up with her. She picks it up, gets back to Harper on this blue line. Harper gets it back to Georgia. She does a centering pass, but it goes all the way across the ice. Grayson picks it up. She does a backhanded centering pass, but their D is in the way. Maeve takes a shot right at the goalie's face mask, and she was able to get a glove in front before it hit. That was a good shift. Lots of pressure against the Ducks. We're down to 8:13 in the second period. Jessie down low for that face-off. She's got Paige and Josie out there. Andrea and Benish back on D. Puck's loose on this inside wall as the Ducks pick it up. It goes out and across. Maddie Benish picks it up right at our blue line, this inside wall. She's skating, looking for an open pass. Ducks are putting pressure on. Ooh, nice ricochet off of, I say nice. Their coaches had to duck as the puck hit the beam back behind the bench on the Duck side. Happened from within our zone, so it's in our zone. Puck is in the air. Andrea picks it up. She bumps it up to Josie. Josie's right down here in front of us as she takes it into the zone. Puck is loose. The goalie went down thinking it was going to come to her. It goes a little wide. Josie picks it up, goes back to Benish. Benish takes a centering pass. Josie picks it up. Jessie backs her up. Paige picks it up now. Paige is doing some dangling. She gets taken off her skates. Jessie backs her up. She gets it back up in play back at the goal line. Puck's loose on the outside wall. Benish saves it once. Yep, still in the zone. Jessie was able to push it in. Puck's loose. Benish puts some pressure on it. Jessie picks it up on this inside circle. She gets flat out tripped. No trip being called. Paige is looking for an opening pass. Gets to the Ducks. Paige picks it up again after Andrea pushes it forward. Andrea, come on, shoot Andrea. There we go. She takes a shot, goes about a foot wide. But we will take shots toward goal. Benish saves it as she's going down off her skates. Jessie gets it back to Josie on the outside wall. Gets kicked back to Benish. Benish has got it. Takes a shot toward goal, bounces off one of the D's players' skates. Ducks just want to get off the ice, so they put it in deep. Georgia picks up. She's got a lot of speed, but it's right as the Ducks are coming on. Harper O picks it up. She gets it into the zone, right on this. She takes a shot toward goal, but more of a centering pass. Georgia does a great backhand. Ads picks it up right at the center ice. She puts it in deep. 5:55 on the clock now in the second period. Lemon saves it from getting out as Harper S gets off the bench and in for Andrea. Goes back to Georgia. Georgia takes a shot. That puck is loose as it bounced off. Harper S picks it up first. She's got one on her back. She gets it up, but didn't have enough power to get up to Lemon. All right, Ads gets a stick in there, gets it up and out, rolls like a tire. Harper O's putting some good pressure on it out front. Looks like Harper O is now on forward. We have Georgia picking up back behind our goal line. She does centering pass up to Lemon, but one of the Ducks players was right there. All right, Georgia picks it up back behind Olive. She puts it right into the waiting stick of one of the Ducks. Shot toward goal. It goes right across the crease within inches of the goal line. Oh. We need to get that puck and get it out of our zone.
Front of the net.
Shot toward goal off Olive's stick. All right, Lemon's got it in that far corner, but it gets past her up to Georgia. Get it out, Georgia. There we go. Shot all the way across the ice, just a couple of feet from their net. It's a good idea to get that particular line of the Ducks off the ice. Looks like we have Andrea Benish for D, Grayson, Colley, and Maeve on offense at 4:25 in the second period. Grayson wins that face-off. Maeve cuts in, gets up against the boards. Their D takes a shot toward goal, glances off one of their own players. Andrea up to Colley. Colley, one of their Ds are right below us. Backed up with Grayson. Grayson gets it out. She's going it across. She's in the zone. It's on that far circle. She tries to force her way in toward the net. Gets loose. She picks it up. See if I can bank forward, see if we can get some camera angles on this puck. Ducks bring it into our zone. Benish ruins that. That is going to be an offside call here if the Ducks don't get back on side here. Lots of battling down this inside blue line. Gets loose. Colley gets it, bounces it up and out. No icing call. Colley's chasing it down. She gets in the wall. The Duck player fumbled the puck. Some more back and forth. Maeve's got it. Nope. All right, some back shoving by Maeve. Jessie gets on the ice. She's helping out. Backhanded shot by Maeve into the goalie, but their goalie, there's a rebound. Colley picked it up. Shot toward goal by Maeve. That was nice. Their goalie had to pluck it out of the air. That was a good shift, good pressure. Rough Riders face off in their inside of the Ducks zone on that far circle. 2:56 left in this game. I'm sorry, this period. Harper and Harper on D. Jessie gets over to Paige. Paige gets it back to Harper, but it goes all the way down. That number 12 player kicked it all the way down. Harper's is battling and pins one of the girls up against the wall. They do a centering pass. They do a beautiful pass right to Josie. Josie's taking it across the center ice. She's in the zone. It's coming from the outside. Ducks lose their edge. She skated in from the left side and put it in the outside part of the net. Goal, Josie at 2:33. She did that so smooth and easy. That was beautiful. Goal number 2, Josie, 2:33 in the second period. Jessie's doing our face-off, same crew. Jessie locks up that puck. Puck gets down right below. Josie gets control of it. Over to Jessie. Puck got loose is on a pass from Harper to Harper. All right. We were able to pick it up. Paige is skating it from this inside. She puts a backhanded pass up to Josie. Josie picks it up. Josie's across into the zone, going to the outside edge this time. Takes a shot toward goal off the goalie stick. Right up to Jessie. Jessie to Paige. Paige takes a shot. Rebound and rebound and rebound. And their goalie was able to cover it up. And the goalie is giving the... Yeah, that was a little weird. The ref was telling the goalie how to play goalie during the game. That was a little weird. Shouldn't be happening at tier 2. he probably is a goaltender coach. All right. Ducks pick it up, get it back into possession. Ori's putting some good pressure as it's on this inside edge. Puck is up and out. Nope, Maddie saves it, keeps it in deep. They're loose. They're skating it up and out. Their D is taking it all the way down. Maddie Bennett just does a nice little slap against the stick. Gets any kind of shots off. Ori catches that back behind our net. Ads is putting pressure on there out from the outside circle. Ooh, centering one-timer type shot, but it didn't have too much connection on the stick, so it was a bad shot. George is over there getting it on the outside wall. It gets past her, goes into they do a centering pass. Maddie Benish was there to stop any kind of shots. Puck is loose back behind our net. Their D puts it out on the outside wall. They get to it first. They take a shot on one. Oh, just hearing the sound of the puck hitting all of his leg pads is terrifying. We're down here right at our blue line. As we get it out, there we go. Lemon just gets it up and out. It goes slowly into the zone. Puck's down here, gets past Benish, but she picks it up. She puts it across the ice, goes back to Georgia. 35 seconds left on that clock. And they take a shot on goal. Olive covers it up. That was way too many shots on goal right there in the final 60 seconds of this second period. 31.7 seconds left on the clock. Harper S and Andre in for D. Maeve, Colley, and Grayson coming out here. Face-off win, but Maeve jumps in there, gets it up and out of the zone. She centers it to Colley. Colley brings it into the zone. Shot on goal by Colley from the top of the point. 18 seconds on it. They're looking for that number 12 pass as Harper S gets in the way. Looks like number 11 and 12 on the Ducks are their front line there. Puck just gets back. Colley, 2 seconds on the clock. That's going to be the end of the second period. Just as the Duck tries to do a shot from nearly the red line or center ice. Another period, another goal for the Lady Rough Riders. Lady Rough Riders lead the Ducks by 2-0. Be back here in about a minute.
Yeah. And you're like, oh. Or even ice ranch like last night. Yeah.
There's the end of the 60-second intermission between periods. Refs are still not in a hurry, which is okay. Gives another few minutes for Coach Julia, Corey, and Coach Shauna. Telling the girls how to get some more shots on goal. 15 minutes left in this game. Start of the third period. Paige on the inside, Josie on the outside wing. Jesse doing our face-off. Harper and Harper on D. Here we go. Tie up there. Ducks get it into our inside wall, into our zone. Shot toward goal. Harper S gets in the way, blocks it, deflects it off to the side. Harper O kicks it up. Page gets it up and over the, almost across the blue line. That was almost a call. Everyone just went, wow, between Page and the D player. Harper S up to Josie. Josie tips it up and out of the zone. Ducks get to it first. Josie's coming back around, gets over to Harper S. Harper S to Page, gets past Page. Turnover and offside against the Ducks. Again, that number 11 and number 12 on the Ducks. Some good plays by those two players on the Lady Ducks. Face-off here right in front of the Rough Riders blue. Lemon's doing our face-off. Ori and the ads up for the wings. Harper and Harper are still on D. Puck gets dropped down between the legs. Ori picks it up. Ori's all the way in the zone. She's on the outside edge. Shot toward goal right into the glove, but that is a beautiful shot by Ori. Nice, smooth, open shot. She was so far out in front. Harper and Harper are coming off the ice. Andrea and Benish coming in on D. We're down to 14:03. Shot toward goal by Ads as the good faceoff win by Lemon. Andrea keeps it in the zone. She puts it in deep. It's wrapping around. Benish saves the blue line once. One of the D's brought it up. They're all the way into our zone, cutting it across. Shot on goal right into Olive's. Oh, the puck goes up and over. There's a rebound, hits the post and bounces back again. Great effort by the Lady Ducks, just bad luck for them. Puck's out and across to the center ice. Their D's trying to get an open pass. She's nervous when she had the puck. Ads is battling against two of them. She gets it into the zone as we get some fresh skaters on. Just an offside as Grayson was coming into the zone. Ads was still battling, trying to get that puck back. Face off right in front of Lady Ducks bench. Collie, Maeve, and Grayson on the front end. Harper O and Georgia on D. Grayson wins it. She chipped it forward, gets up to Collie. Collie takes a shot, and the goal at 13:08, 13:07. Collie puts it right across the goalie in the front and hits the outside edge of the net. Collie in that not so shiny stick, new stick. I say new stick because anyone who didn't hear one of the past games, Collie's stick got lost in the airlines, and the airline bought her a brand new stick of her choice. Good face-off win by Grayson. Over to Collie again. Collie gets into the zone. She's on this outside circle. Takes it. Oh, she almost got a shot off, but their player was on it quick. Georgia blocks it from getting out of the zone. It's loose at the top of the inside circle. They pass it forward. Harper O picks it up right at the center ice line. Some more back and forth. Great back check by Collie. Collie takes a shot on goal. Their goalie bumps it off into the far corner. Their D puts it over on the other side, right to Georgia. Georgia's once, twice, out, pass up and over Georgia's stick. Harper O picks it up inside our zone. She wraps behind Olive. 12:24 on this third period. She bumps it up to Grayson, gets over Grayson's stick. Shot on goal by one of their D players. Puck is, and they blew the whistle because Olive was still covering up. Right. 12-13 face-off. Bringing in some fresh skates. Jesse, Paige, and Josie, Harper S, and Andrea, I think. I can't see her. Good face-off win by Jesse. Shot toward goal as puck got loose by one of the forwards on the Ducks. Do another centering pass from the Ducks over and over, again to the 11 and 12 player on the Ducks. They seem to have a limited number of actual shooters, and they're relying on like 3 players to take their shots. Josie to Page, offside call on Rough Riders. I'm chuckling because Paige just reminded one of the Ducks that she was behind her. All right, got a face-off here, Jesse, Paige, and Josie, and Harper S. and Andrea on D. Jesse ties up that puck. Puck's down below. Ducks kick it over to this wall. Andrea picks it up. Paige is backing her up. Puck is loose. Jesse's there. Andrea's there. Andrea keeps it. She's driving it in. She scares the crap out of the ladies' coaches as she bounced it right below the edge of the bench. Oh, Jesse tries to get a wraparound. He does the centering pass. Andrea takes a shot. Oh, it bounces off, almost off the bottom blocker of the goalie. Paige has got 2 players on her as she's over in that far wall. Puck's out and across to Andrea. Andrea's got it as we reset into the zone. Andrea tries to pass it forward. It glances off. I think it was Harper or one of the Ducks. Josie picks it up, gets to Paige. Paige does a... Oh... Paige got knocked off her sticks as she had off her skates, because there's a stick in her skates. And we got an offside call there. But that's all right. That was a good drive by that line. Georgia, Maddie Banish on D. Adds Lemon and Ori for this front line. Ori puts it in once, gets back to her. She puts it in again. Their D picked it up. Here's the Ducks' other shooter, number 16. She passes it off instead of skating it forward. Ducks passed it right to Georgia. Georgia passed it up and out. Their D put it back into the zone while there's too many Ducks across the wrong side of that blue line. Face off right here in front of us. Offside call against Ducks. 10:30 left in this game. We'll back and forth there. We'll give it to Lemon as it gets to Ads. Ads gets into the zone, in and out. Ori picks it up, off Benish. It's going to be an icing call. No icing call. Thanks, refs. Puck is still in the zone. Ori and Ads keep it in. Ducks are trying to pass it out, and it's just not working out for them. Hopefully they don't hear me say that. They passed it out. Ori's helping out Georgia on D. Puck is out. Nope. Thought it was going to be an offside call, but they just got onside. Georgia up to Ori. Ori's got it on this outside or inside circle. Shot toward goal. It goes right across the blue in the crease. Ads picks it up. Puck is loose. Georgia's rushing over into this inside wall. She got to it first. She pushes it in deep again. Ori's off. Maeve is in. Ads is tying up. Grayson's in. Grayson's got it. She's in control in the outside circle. She's looking for a centering pass. Looks like Ads is skating out. It's Maeve and Grayson against the whole of another team. All right. Harper just got to the blue line. Puck is out and across. That's the icing call. We'll take that, but it also gives an opportunity for the Lady Ducks to bring in their first line here. 11 and 12 down there, conspiring how to get a goal. Harper and Harper on D. Grayson, Colley, and Maeve. Maeve tried to get in there on the loose puck. The D picked it up. They're trying to skate it out. Never guess it got to one of the 2 players I call out every time. 11 and 12 are deep in our zone. There to the puck first. Harper S bumps it up to Maeve. Up to Grayson. Grayson gets loose to back to their D. They take a shot toward goal. It goes wide. Harper O's chasing it down that far wall. She bumps it up to Colley. Colley tries to shove one of the players over the blue line. It didn't work. That is going to be an icing call against the Rough Riders. I'll be all right if 11-12 go off the ice, but their coaches are giving those two direct instructions. All right, we have Harper and Harper on D, Josie, Paige, and Jesse at 8:20 in the third period. Rough Riders 3, Ducks 0. Good win by Jesse. Jesse gets back to Harper O. Harper O puts it in the corner. Paige almost got to it. One of the Ducks got to it first. Number 11 tries to pass up to number 12. Jesse picks up that bad pass. She's in the zone. She gets picked once, twice. Oh my gosh. She turned her head right before it hit the wall. Ducks get it out. Gets back into the zone. Paige brings it in, gets just past her. Number 10 picks it up on the Ducks. Georgia stops at the blue line once, gets past her. Harper S is chasing it down as it goes into her zone. She's got one Duck behind her. She passes across to Josie. Josie does a nice stick lift and deflection at the last moment. Gets it into their zone. Ads flies on there like a superhero. Gets tied up with Lemon as she flies on. It's down this inside wall. See if I can pan forward. Georgia. Oh. Georgia put it in deep into the zone as we are still in the zone. Offside leading Rough Riders, 7:05. We have Georgia and Andrea on D, Ads, Ori, and Lemon on this front line. Puck's into the zone. Ori tried to get to it, but pass got up and out. Andrew saves it from going into our zone. It's back at this center red line. Lemon's tying up a player. Ads is tying up a player. Andrew puts it all the way across the ice. Ori flew across there, but one of their D got to it first. Georgia bumps it forward to Ori, gets into the zone. We're down to 6:37 on this clock as one of the Ducks is skating out and not passing. She passes it over to number 22. Back to their D. Puck's loose as everyone's tied up. Puck's still loose back behind our net. Shot toward goal. Looks like it glanced off Andrea. Puck's all the way down the ice. Shot on goal. Their goalie is going to cover it up. Sure, why not? Well, that wasted 10 seconds of the Ducks' offensive push there. We'll have a face-off in that far circle. I think their goalie's pretty nervous after having 3 put on her. They do have 2 goalies, though, so I don't know if they changed out. Grayson, Maeve, and Polly on that front line. Benish and Harper S on D. Some back and forth. Just gets back to Harper S. Harper S ties up the player right in front of the bench. I should pan the camera across, sorry. Harper S does a backhanded pass to Maeve. Maeve takes a shot, goes high over the net. Ducks get to it first on this inside wall, but Grayson kept it, pulled it out from the skates of a Duck. Tries to get a shot off, but she just had too much pressure from the side. Puck's loose back to Harper on this inside wall. Shot toward goal. Hits off and glances, gets to Grayson. Grayson picked up that rebound, takes a shot toward goal, it goes wide. Maeve keeps it in play, gets it back down in. Their number 10 is now going to skate it out. Maeve gets in front of her. She's looking for an open pass. Andy Benish is getting in the way. She gets knocked off. If I can pan forward around our spectator here. They do a centering pass. Gets right. Oh, bounces off Olive's pad. Puck is out of the zone. Maeve's battling here. She bumped the Duck. The Duck went down. Some more back and forth right down below us. Maddie Banish passes it forward, gets right to one of the Ducks. Harper S picks it up at the red line, gets over to Colley. Colley takes a shot toward goal. Actually hits the goalie after it bounced off one of the Ducks players inside leg pads. We're down to 4:29. Looks like we have Jesse coming out, Josie and Paige, Harper O and Georgia on D. Good win by Jesse, gets over to Josie, bounces off the wall. Some back and forth there. Puck is loose right back where Jesse was. Josie back to Georgia. Georgia saves the blue line, takes a shot, goes wide. Josie and Paige try and get it back toward the goal. Paige picks it up. She's looking for a centering pass or somebody to take a shot. Harper O takes a shot from the blue line. Jesse's there. She gets a shot twice off the leg pads of the goalie. Puck is all the way out and across the ice. Icing call against the Ducks. 3:58 left in this game. Jesse's doing the face-off, same front line. Jesse wins it, gets over to Paige. Paige back to Georgia. Georgia had a bit of pressure, so she just wrapped it around. Josie picks it up. She gets it back to Paige, back behind the net. Paige tries to center it where Jesse's just sitting on the front porch. Porch pirate Jesse there. All right, gets back to Harper O. Harper O takes a shot. Oh, just gets past Jesse as Jesse got tied up with one of the defensive players. Puck's out of the zone. Georgia picks it up. Just a centering pass. That should have been an icing call, but we will take no icing call. And offside call as we had fresh players coming on the ice. We're down to 3:12. We'll have a face-off right in front of the Ducks bench. Make those coaches nervous. Lemon's taking point. Face-off. Ads and Ori, Andrea, and Maddie Banish on D. Good tie-up between Lemon and the center. Puck went dead. Ori hopped in there. She puts it in deep as it wraps back behind the Ducks net at 3 minutes left in this game. Puck's all the way out and across from the Ducks. Maddie Banish picked it up at our blue line. She does a pass D to D. Andrea across to Ori, but she picked up the pass deflection. Let's get it into the zone. Ads gets it in, gets tied up. We put it back to Ori. Ori brings it, she puts it in that far corner, gets right behind the net. They're going to skate it out. There's their number 10. Their D player, number 10, is trying to look for that, one of their forwards up here. They've got it in our zone at the top of the inside circle. Take a shot toward goal, but it's not there. They hit the side of the net from the outside circle. Andrea picks it up, gets it. She's skates it and centers it. Gets loose. Oh, we can't do those centering passes. Not when all the Ducks are right there. Banish clips it forward. Ori got to it first. Speed on Ori's awesome. Ori's all the way across the ice. She picks up her own pass. She's looking for a centering pass. Ads gets shoved from the behind as the pass goes toward her. Ori tries to clip it up and over. Ads backs her up. Grayson's on the ice. She picks it up behind the net. Minute 18 left in this game. Grayson to Harper S right off the post. Puck is loose back to Harper S. Gets right past her on the blue line, but she picked it up. Goes to Harper O. Harper O up to Colley as Colley chases it down into the inside. 60 seconds left in this game. Puck is loose, gets up to Harper O. Harper O got caught up. Grayson saves it from going out of the zone. Harper O puts it back in. Colley chops at that puck. Harper O to Harper S. Harper S brings it into the zone. She's at the top of the point. She tries to take a shot. Shot on goal, hits the stick. She picks up her own, does a wraparound off the goalie once, twice. She gets puck again back to Harper O at the blue line. Harper O takes a shot, but their player gets in the way. Like seeing this effort. Harper O gets it just. Colley was in deep. That's an offside call. 16.8 seconds left. Face off right in front of the Ducks bench. Fantastic first game of this tournament this weekend. Looks like we're going to have a face-off here right at the center ice and not in front of the Ducks bench. Good win by Jessie. Jessie to Harper S. Harper S is looking for an opening. She banks it off on hard against this inside wall. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Maeve stops it. Colley Jessie backs her up. 3 seconds. Puck's loose. That's the end of the game as the Ducks try and get possession. Lots of love from the Rough Riders for goalie Olive for this particular game. We will end this stream after the good games and good jobs, and thanks to the refs. Double checking, but I believe our next game will be at 3 p.m. Mountain Time. Uh, 3:50 Mountain Time for our next game. Join us if you can. Thanks for watching.